This man has no home but fixes others' bikes for a living. This war veteran had it all. He had a wife, a house, and a job. He was a hero. But then his life fell apart when he got back from the war. Nobody remembered the sacrifices he made. And then he became homeless. But this man refused to give up. Instead, he started fixing bikes in a park. People started noticing him. And after 8 months, an organization helped him open his own store. His business took off, and today he is a millionaire. John, a war veteran, had a successful career in the military. He put his life on hold to serve his country and protect its citizens. He fought in multiple battles and was awarded several medals for his bravery and leadership. But after more than 20 years of service, it was time to hang up his uniform. John was excited to start a new chapter in his life. He couldn't wait to see what the future held for him. When he returned to civilian life, he struggled to adjust. It wasn't easy to reintegrate into society after so many years away. John had left the military with honors, but now he felt like an outsider. No one seemed to care about his service or the sacrifices he'd made. No one even remembered the war he'd fought in. All he heard was, "Thank you for your service." But those 3 words didn't begin to express the gratitude he deserved. The isolation and loneliness ate away at him. He missed his comrades. They were the only ones who truly understood what he'd been through. He tried to find work, but employers didn't seem interested in hiring a veteran. He was too old for most positions, and his lack of recent work experience made him less attractive to potential employers. Despite the challenges, John remained positive. He knew that with some effort, he would be able to find his place in civilian life. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. As the months went by, John found himself slipping further and further into depression. He became increasingly isolated and began to feel like a burden to his family and friends. One day, John came across a group of homeless veterans while walking down the street. He stopped to talk to them and soon realized they were going through the same struggles he was. He felt a sense of camaraderie with these men and women who had also served their country and now found themselves in need of help. Determined to make a difference, John reached out to local charities and organizations to see if there was anything he could do to help. To his surprise, many groups were eager to assist him in his efforts. With their support, John began organizing events and fundraisers to provide food, clothing, and other essential items to the homeless veterans in his community. As word spread about John's work, more and more people became involved. Soon, a large network of volunteers and donors had formed, all dedicated to helping those who had served our country and fallen on hard times. But John's work didn't stop there. He wanted to do more to help the homeless veterans he met. That's when he came up with an idea. He decided to start fixing their bikes so they could have a reliable way to get around town. John began collecting donations of bikes and tools and set up a makeshift workshop in a local park. He taught himself how to fix bikes and put together a team of volunteers to help him with his mission. At first, the project was slow and challenging. John had no experience repairing bikes and often made mistakes. But he was determined to succeed. He studied manuals and watched online videos to learn everything he could about bike repair. Slowly but surely, he got better and better at it. As news of his work spread, more and more people donated bikes and volunteered their time. Before long, John and his team were fixing dozens of bikes every week. The impact on the homeless veterans was profound. Having a reliable form of transportation gave them the ability to get to doctor's appointments, job interviews, and other essential destinations. It also provided them with a sense of independence and freedom that they had long forgotten. John's dedication to helping others didn't go unnoticed. Local businesses and community leaders began to take notice of his work and the positive impact he was having on the homeless veteran population. One day, a representative from a local charity approached John with an offer. They had heard about his work and wanted to help him expand his program. The charity offered to give John a small loan to open a bike shop where he could continue his work on a larger scale. It was a dream come true for John, and he immediately accepted the offer. With the help of the charity, John opened up a small bike shop in a quiet neighborhood. It was modest, but clean and well organized. John stocked it with bikes, tools, and spare parts, ready to start his work. He hired a few local residents to help him run the shop and quickly built a loyal customer base. As word spread about John's work, more and more people came to him for help. Not only did he continue to fix bikes for the homeless veterans, but he also began offering low-cost repair services to the general public. John's reputation grew, and soon he was taking in more business than he could handle. It was a good problem to have, but it meant he needed to expand his space. With the help of his customers and the community, John was able to save enough money to buy a larger building. The new shop was bigger and brighter, with plenty of room for John to work on his bikes. He also expanded his staff, hiring more mechanics and administrative personnel to help him keep up with demand. Despite the growth of his business, John never forgot his roots. He continued to offer free bike repair services to homeless veterans and even started a program to help them learn how to fix bikes themselves. He saw firsthand the transformative power of having a job and a sense of purpose, and wanted to help others experience the same. Through his program, homeless veterans learned not only how to repair bikes, but also how to interview for jobs and manage their finances. Many of them went on to find full-time employment and stable housing. John was proud of the impact he was making and felt that his work was more important than just running a successful business. Over the years, John's company grew into a multi-million-dollar enterprise. He had multiple locations and a team of more than 50 employees. But despite his success, he remained humble and dedicated to his mission of helping others. John's story is one of resilience and determination. He could have easily given up after the struggles he faced when returning from war, but instead, he chose to keep moving forward. His work with homeless veterans has made a real difference in their lives and has inspired others to pay it forward. Today, John's company is still going strong. He continues to help veterans in need and expand his business, all while staying true to the values that made him successful in the first place. John's story is a reminder that no matter how difficult things may seem, it's always possible to turn things around with hard work and dedication. If you or someone you know is struggling, remember that there is always hope and help available. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for assistance. You never know what kind of opportunities may come your way. Just like John, you can find success and fulfillment even after experiencing homelessness and hardship. What are your thoughts? What advice would you give to someone going through a tough time? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. Thank you for watching and see you next time.